King Midas and the Golden Touch. By Greek mythology. Brought to you by TellStory.net, stories from around the world. In the ancient kingdom of Phrygia, there ruled a king named Midas who was known throughout the land for his immense wealth and his love of gold. His palace gleamed with golden ornaments, his treasury overflowed with golden coins, and his gardens were filled with golden statues. Yet for all his riches, King Midas always yearned for more. One day, as the king walked through his royal gardens, he discovered an old satyr, a creature half man, half goat, sleeping beneath one of his rose bushes. The satyr was drunk and had clearly wandered far from his companions. Rather than driving the creature away, King Midas recognized him as Silenus, the beloved companion and teacher of the god Dionysus.
Guards, help me bring this poor creature inside. We shall care for him until he recovers.
For 10 days and nights, King Midas treated Silenus with the greatest kindness and hospitality. The old satyr was given the finest wines, the most comfortable bed, and entertainment fit for royalty. When Silenus finally sobered up and realized where he was overwhelmed by the king's generosity.
Your Majesty, I must return to my master Dionysus, but I will not forget your kindness.
When Dionysus learned of King Midas's hospitality toward his dear friend, the god was so pleased that he appeared before the king in person.
Midas of Phrygia, your kindness to my companion has touched my heart. As a reward, I will grant you one wish, anything your heart desires.
King Midas's eyes lit up with excitement. Without hesitation, he fell to his knees and spoke his deepest desire. Great Dionysus, I wish that everything I touch would turn to gold.
Are you certain this is what you want, King Midas? Think carefully.
Yes. Imagine the wealth, the power, the prestige. I would be the richest man in all the world.
Very well, your wish is granted. But remember, you cannot undo what has been done.
With those words, the god vanished in a swirl of grapevines and golden light. King Midas could hardly contain his excitement. He immediately reached out to touch a nearby rose, and gasped in wonder as the delicate flower transformed instantly into solid gold, every petal and thorn perfectly preserved but gleaming with metallic luster.
It works! The power is mine!
Racing through his gardens, King Midas touched tree after tree, watching in delight as they became golden sculptures of their former selves. He touched the stone benches, the fountain, even the palace walls. Everything turned to brilliant gold at his touch. As evening approached, King Midas returned to his palace, absolutely thrilled with his new ability. He called for his servants to prepare a grand feast to celebrate his incredible gift. But when the servants brought the food, King Midas discovered the first flaw in his wish. As he reached for a grape, it turned to gold in his fingers. The bread became hard metal the moment he touched it. Even the wine transformed into liquid gold the instant it touched his lips.
This is unexpected, but surely I can find a way around this small inconvenience.
He muttered, his stomach beginning to rumble with hunger. Just then his beloved daughter rushed into the dining hall and ran to her father as she always did, arms open wide. King Midas's heart swelled with love. Without thinking, he reached out to embrace her. The moment his hands touched her, she froze mid-laugh. Her warm, living flesh became cold, hard gold. Her bright eyes became golden orbs, her flowing hair became metallic strands, her rosy cheeks turned to gleaming metal. She had become a beautiful but lifeless golden statue.
No, my precious child! What have I done?
Screamed King Midas, falling to his knees before his transformed daughter. He tried desperately to hold her, to somehow reverse what had happened, but his touch only spread the golden curse further. Tears streamed down his face as he realized the horrible price of his greed.
Dionysus, please, I beg you. Take back this terrible gift. I don't want the gold, I want my daughter back. I want to be able to eat, to drink, to embrace those I love.
He cried out to the heavens. For hours he wept before the golden statue of his daughter, until finally Dionysus appeared before him once again.
So, King Midas, are you satisfied with your golden touch?
No. It's a curse, not a gift. I've lost everything that truly matters. Please, merciful Dionysus, remove this power from me. I would rather be the poorest man in the world than live without my daughter's love.
You have learned the lesson that needed to be learned. Very well. Go to the river Pactolus and bathe in its waters from head to toe. The power will leave you, and everything you have transformed will return to its natural state.
Dionysus nodded solemnly. Without wasting a moment, King Midas raced to the river Pactolus. He plunged into the cold waters and scrubbed every inch of his body, washing away the curse of the golden touch. As the magical power left him, golden sand flowed from his skin into the riverbed, which is why, the ancient Greeks said, the river Pactolus was always rich with gold. When King Midas returned to his palace, he found his daughter alive and well, restored to her warm and living self. He swept her into his arms and held her close, and this time she remained his beloved flesh and blood child. The river Pactolus, they say, still carries flakes of gold in its waters to this day, a lasting trace of the king who once wished for too much.